Is this really just my butt being closed? It's stopping this water from like touching my
You got to
asshole?
start rocking a butt plug in the lake. What is going on?
What's going on, guys?
What's good, y'all? I'm Mast,
I'm Migs.
and we are Woof Logik. This is Woof's Web.
Our podcast.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning back in. I know we skipped last week. My boy was sick over here, and it was a busy week after that. I've been hella busy, actually. I don't know. Have you been busy?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, we've been busy doing shit, man. A lot of personal stuff, not like any sad shit, just like life be lifing, man. Especially when you become an adult. So we are back with these microphones, thank the Lord, and it just ended up being fucking power cable, some bullshit.
It always is a power cable. But man, that shit fucking, you don't understand. Like for literally like the whole year, that shit was giving us issues after issues. There were times where we were gonna say fuck it, let's not even do a podcast, and all of a sudden it just would turn on. And I'm like, all right, I guess get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and I did like a lot of research on this thing. It's pretty common, but a lot of people never find the solution for some reason.
Yeah, they're just those like, is that crap mixer? I'm like, it's not it's a Rode 2 mixer. If you ever want to get into podcasting, it's a great mixer to get started with.
Yeah, a lot of people actually tap in with this one. I've seen that actually a lot of companies are kind of doing similar stuff with the same mixer, same like concept, just different brand. So I've been interested in like tapping into other companies, but for some reason, you know, they're either more expensive or the same price. I'm like, motherfuckers, y'all late to the game and you're trying to charge the same amount.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Actually, I was intrigued with Mackie. They have one too.
Mackie?
Yeah, the speaker company. Well, they're primarily speakers. Which reminds me, man, there's this Mackie speaker that I used to have, and I used to DJ with it all the time. The problem with it is it overheated a lot, but man, that shit was fucking thumping.
A lot of fucking bass signal and shit.
Yeah, I miss those days where I would just like, I actually would always sell equipment and then buy new equipment, and it was fun back then, man. And if I had the money, you know, to where I had now, because I was doing that in high school, so I was only juggling around my DJ money, but if I was like actually working, like I would probably be doing that shit like on the daily.
Yeah, it's kind of like, so when so I've been thinking about getting a little setup for my room when I'm not here, and I'm working from home on music. I'm usually having my headphones, which is fine, but I've noticed that on more than one occasions where I hear something like on fire in my headphones, and then I play in the speakers. I'm like, damn, I need to fix this shit.
Yeah, I'd be like that.
And so I've been thinking like of getting like some speaker setups, and obviously you need like minimum 2 speakers interface. That's it. Everything else is, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's all I need because I have a small room to begin with. But then I look on OfferUp because, you know, back in the day, that's what I usually do. You know, someone's always gonna sell some shit, or they're gonna try to upgrade, so they're selling their old stuff. A lot of it's just like either they're mad far away, or like the prices is like I'd rather just buy like a brand new one online. And there's no deals like on OfferUp. There's no art of like trading like equipment anymore. At least not like it used to be.
Yeah, dude. You know, it's crazy how times have changed. I feel, you know, there's just when it comes to equipment, there's just a lot of companies that are tapped in now, you know, smaller China brands or whatever. So, you know, it doesn't really have its glory like you mentioned. Cuz I remember I would always see turntables like the Techniques, those would always like it was kind of like how sneakers are now. It was like that type of value back then. You know, a lot of people would put it on the market, and there was like actually communities like that on Facebook. Yeah. Like they would have like the group pages, and I would be a part of it and all that. And I kind of like learned a lot through those pages. But yeah, it's not really a common thing anymore. And if I ever like search anything on OfferUp or whatever, like super niche, like it will not pop up. Nothing pops up here.
Rare, man. It's random. Like you were better off just buying it online.
Yeah, exactly. But even I don't know. I'm scared to buy used stuff online.
Yeah, same.
I gotta be in person. I gotta hear it tested out. I'm trying to think if I've ever bought anything. Online.
That reminds me. So like there's an interface like me and Mike uses like this really fancy one, but so like there's this beginner one called like the Focusrite Scarlett. If you're trying to get into producing or even like just using like quality speakers, like it's a great one. It's cheap. It's affordable. And I found a really like affordable option on OfferUp, and I was cool as 3rd gen little 4i4, $150. I'm like, all right, not bad. Let me. But I was like, so I hit up the guy. I was like, is this still available? He says yes. Another thing on OfferUp, I'm like, motherfuckers, if y'all trying to sell shit, like, come with the responses, bro. Like that shit pisses me off when they take like a whole day to respond back. And then I asked him like, hey, can I come over and test it out, like see if it works or not? He's like, yeah, but you're gonna have to bring your own stuff. I'm like, man, fuck you, get out of here
Uh, yeah, I mean, I feel it. He probably sold his other shit, or he's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes these people don't want to go the extra mile to make their sale, but when I've sold like a subwoofer, for example, I would fucking test that shit out. Like I'll plug it in the garage. You're not gonna hear any highs, but you'll hear like you at least feel the bass, which is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it's for, So I've done that before. Buying, I don't know, man. Being a seller on OfferUp is kind of sketch though. If you're trying to like show off your stuff and you invite the people in your house,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want no stranger in my house. I already told that story before where I think the guy stole my GameCube game or my Game Boy game.
Oh my god, that reminds me of this funniest story. So I remember. Do you remember that LA Kings jersey I had?
Yeah.
So I obviously only wore it to one of our shows, and that was it. Really hard because it's like I didn't want. I never found any more occasions to wear it, so I was just I wasn't even a fan of the Kings like that. I just thought the colors were cool, but I sold it a good price on OfferUp. And then the guy I hit him up. I'm telling him like, hey, it's this much. He's like, all right, cool. But he like I saw a picture of him. It was like some cholo ass dude. I was like, oh hell no, I don't want this fool to come to the house. So I tell him to meet up at the In-N-Out right here on Sierra. And so we meet there, and I get there, and it was some lady and her kid walks out. And I don't know why the hell there was a cholo picture, but it was just some little ass kid wanting the jersey, and he was like all scared to give me money, and I was like all scared to take it.
Aw.
Like, am I gonna get jumped by this kid?
Now, you know what I hate is when you're in the middle of like a deal or whatever, not actually in person, but you're online or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to like negotiate the price down, and they like they will not take no for an answer because you're the one making the sale,
Yeah,
and they keep like pressing you and bugging you and being annoying about it. Like, come on, bro, like I can get it for here over here at this price.
well, go
Those are
get
the
it
most
there.
annoying people, bro.
I understand lowballing. I understand haggling. Everyone does it. Like even I do it. But there's an art to it. You can't just straight up give them some like crap offer or just automatically assume someone's gonna drop it for you.
Yeah.
And then you also got to realize that if you see like there's a price and it's been lowered and lowered and you still want him to lower it, I'm like, sometimes you might catch a break and they're just like, fuck yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of this thing. But other times like they're like, nah, dude, I've already lowered as low as I can.
Are you a avid seller or buyer like on OfferUp or anything?
Not anymore. I especially now because I just rather buy it myself. But I'll first thing if I will say this before I even look about buying anything online. I will check if maybe there's some on OfferUp, and if there isn't the route, then I'll obviously go buy it online or something like that.
Something that like decent quality and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. What about, let's see, in all the times you've bought shit, is there any like situation where you've been like pressed or like maybe they stole or they grabbed your money and dipped, anything like that? Any sketchy shit? Or maybe a sketchy scenario, maybe?
No, but there was one time I bought these pair of shoes, and they in the pictures it looked brand new, and when I came, they're considerably used. I was like, damn.
Oh, that would suck, huh? You get finessed like brand new PS5 and there's just like rocks in there.
Oh, that would be terrible.
I think I've seen stories like that online, but yeah, I've heard from a homie. He would sell like hard drives, and he sold to someone multiple times, and just randomly they put a switch on him, and just like the third sell, they fucking came up on that shit.
You know what? There was this one time I was trying to buy like this specific Denver Broncos hat. It was like from the 2020 year, like because they had like you have the Niners version of it. It's where it looks like it's like a neon outline.
Mm-hmm.
So they had that, and I never ended up buying it, and now they don't sell it. But someone randomly was selling it on OfferUp, my size too. I'm like, all right, bet. I hit him up, and then he was the complete opposite of the other dude. His food was quick, but he was always a little too. He was a little too abrasive. He's like, so you gonna buy it or what? Just like real like pressing me about it. I'm like, motherfucker, chill. Like he like his whole attitude. Like I don't even want the stupid hat anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It depends. It's case by case because some people that are like that because they got like other people, trying to buy it and you're first or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also situations where like they need the fucking money ASAP, so they're really trying to make that sale and
That's
shit.
true.
But yeah, I think it's a sketchy thing nowadays. You don't know who to trust on social media. And one thing I've noticed on Facebook group pages is those like job pages because
Mm-hmm.
back in like 2015 when I was barely becoming an adult, that's when like Facebook group pages like started like popping. And so I was joining like the neighborhood ones like for Fontana where it's like for sale type shit.
Yeah.
Cars, DJ pages, and then jobs because I finally started working and I was trying to find jobs or whatever. And I noticed on my timeline nowadays, you'll see like so many job positions opening,
Yeah.
and then it's like a sketchy, not like a sketchy profile picture. It's either like a fucking blonde or old guy or like no face, like some other like company photo, and then they'll have like a super too good to be true type job where it seems very basic, but the pay is fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
Not like super absurd where it's like, all right, like you're fooling, you know, like they're like, for example, McDonald's, you're gonna make 200K a year. It's nothing like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like maybe working at Walmart for like 25 an hour. You know, you're only gonna get that pay if you're like an upper management type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like nothing but that shit on those Facebook pages. So the amount of times I see people in the comments too falling for it, and you click on the link, and it takes you to a very like vague page, but it shows like the logo.
Yeah.
But you could tell it's not like the company logo, like the company website. It'll direct you to like some third party looking bridge type website. I know I'm probably not explaining it the best, but pretty much if you click on it, it'll fool like 50% people, maybe 25% or 30%. But if you're like an elderly or a young and super ignorant person, you would jump to it without
Yeah.
even thinking. Kind of like those credit card scams when you get like an email and your fucking an email from like Verizon and saying that you fucking missed the payment or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Or
you,
like it's Amazon. It's like, oh, your package is here, but you missed it. You got to click on this link.
yeah, similar to that. And that shit's just happening. Oh, the most common one are remote jobs. And I know because I'm trying to find a fucking remote job.
Dude, how do people like get even like these things hard? Because I was just like, oh, I just found it random. I'm like, how? Because it's harder than it makes seem to find these jobs.
No, it's very hard for sure. Because what I see on remote jobs is they require like a bachelor's degree or associates, but these are for like companies that are not like trying to sell you shit. It's like actual companies.
Yeah.
The ones that like cold calls type stuff, like or like through maybe customer service. I don't know how the fuck people get those because I've tried and you'll either not find the position available or you just like it's just a dead end. You don't know who the fuck to get in contact with.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, but all these times I call customer support and it's like a Indian or fucking Asian, like
Hello?
you can't understand the fucking language, man. And they speak, they know how to speak English, but either the accents are very hard or you're explaining them something and they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm just like, come on, bro,
Bro,
help me, help you.
there was this literally like last week. There was some weird transaction where I got charged twice on my bank, so I'm calling them. And it was like a mistake issue, but I'm calling them. I had to wait for them to call me back because I didn't want to wait in line for forever. And the guy that calls me back, super thick accent. I was like, hold up, is this real or not? And I immediately I thought like, damn, someone got my information. I'm about to get scammed. But then they were like telling me about the transaction. Like, oh, this is legit. But I'm like, how are these people getting jobs?
Right? Yeah, I don't know, man, but I'm just trying to work from home. I'm trying to work in my fucking chonies.
My cousin, Asma, she works. I don't know if she used to work. She's still working there, but she works at a collection service agency, and so she works from home a lot. And so what they'll do now, because I guess during COVID they weren't doing this, but now because some people were like they'll be clocking in, they're supposed to be working, but they're taking naps and shit.
Yep.
So they'll like they have to have like a webcam set up, and she'll be like she basically tricks the system and she's saying like, oh, my camera's not working in reality. She's just goofing off.
Yep. It'd be like, or they just have you have like an app open or a website open.
Yeah.
Logged in and shit. Yeah, that shit happens like way too often. I'm trying to get lucky like that and get a job like that because there's a lot of people that get to do that, man.
Yeah.
Mainly it's girls though, bro.
It's always girls.
It's sexist over here. Yeah.
Quality.
Only girls get customer service, phone call stuff, computer desk stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's like a reason for that. Like, are guys just that stupid or something?
Maybe it's just.
Or are our hands supposed to look like fucking black and dirty so that her hands can be all nails done, coffee?
Yeah, or maybe it's easier for people to be on calls if it's a girl over the phone than a guy.
Maybe. I don't know. There needs to be a change. There needs change. Fuck Kamala Harris. She didn't get the president. She didn't win because of this. So Donald Trump make America great again. and get your American men those corporate job positions working from home. Man, that's crazy though. The whole Trump thing. Is there anything like? Because there's obviously everyone talks about the presidential stuff online and
Yeah, yeah.
everything, but like, is there anything that people aren't really tapping into on this whole presidential?
I don't know, man. Like like I'm usually far removed from politics. I shouldn't be, but I just am. It's just not something I'm interested. Like I'll let the smarter people figure that stuff out.
Yeah,
But then it's just like I look like everyone's like so divided, and like everyone's like has such crazy like dramatic views on either their own political views and then the opposing. And I was like, damn, man, what happened to having conversation?
it's crazy, bro. Because every time I do try to get like invested into politics, I hear both parties. I'm like, damn, Loki, you're cooking, and then Loki, you're cooking. But like, what's really gonna happen when you win? That's the
Um,
thing. It's like, what's really gonna happen?
yeah,
You know?
that's what's crazy.
Yeah, because I've heard I don't really listen to the actual presidents. I listen to their little stands, their little fighters, you
Mm-hmm.
know, the ones that go fucking die hard and debate on like podcasts. Like I listen to those people because I let them do the research for me.
Yeah, honestly.
You know what I mean? Because I'd rather hear their supporters and like I don't know, because the presidents are always going to give you what you need to hear or what you want to hear. Um, but hearing the actual people that do the research and I guess the one thing of about Trump is we've had his experience in as a president, so I like to hear what they say, the supporters, and kind of form an opinion through that. Because every time I listen, like I said, it's always like the good shit, but I'm trying to hear the actual shit, like
Yeah.
because our day to day life, bro, we're not fucking really. We're not really into it on like what's going on in the country aside from like the viral stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the country that we don't even hear about on the news.
Yeah, especially because like we live in California, so it's like very democratic, so it's very blue. So like you don't really hear like a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah.
And it goes to show that even when like political elections, like they don't even bother. Um, like I was watching like some stream for a game, but it was like for like it was for a college game. I forget. It might have been like Alabama and Texas. So it was like super south, but it was you're getting the stream from over there. And so like when it's like super south states, you get like mad like smear campaigns of like the other people, and then
Hmm.
they're like mad just shit talking on common line. I'm like, this is a paid advertisement for Donald Trump. I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy.
Did you listen to her on Shannon Sharp by chance?
Nah.
Yeah, she went on Shannon Sharp's podcast, and it's actually cool. I mean, it's interesting to hear her story, like her come up and all that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really. I mean, towards the end, they kind of started dialing in on what she's gonna do if she wins the presidency. But for the most part, they kind of talk about her upbringing, and I mean, she seems like a normal, cool person. Like
Yeah.
her story, like she's very about the community, very about obviously how she's like a mixing pot of different ethnicities.
Yeah, she's
So
like Indian and black, right?
yeah, and then I think even Asian, but so they talk about a lot of that stuff, and her morals, like they seem fine, dude. Like her morals are nice, but it's Donald Trump's morals that I'm just like, but I don't know. It's a lot of weird stuff with our country.
My biggest issue is like with each side. Like each side, like I agree with a lot of things, and there are some things like that's crazy. And but that's how I feel about both things. With like for example, with Trump, I kind of do agree. Like one of his big issues was the thing was like he wants to like focus more about like the issues here in America rather than I'm like, all right, that's kind of true. Like, our country's a little fucked up. Let's focus on like fixing it. And then, but then he's over here like, oh yeah, I'm about to deport every illegal immigrant ever. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then on Kamala's side, she was talking about like she does agree that there's a problem with immigrants, but she wants to focus on helping them become citizens the right way.
It's so hard to become a citizen in the
Yeah,
United
man,
States.
easier said than done for sure. It's weird, it's kind of hard. Oh, you know what I've seen? Have you seen those viral videos of people getting crossed over, but they're getting found in like the most absurd spots, like
Yeah,
on the benders of cars, the fenders of cars, the rear fenders.
really.
Yeah, bro, like those super wide trucks
Hmm.
that have the extra tire, and they have like the wide body kit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So motherfuckers somehow, some way are hiding in that fucking fender right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I think someone was trying to cross like maybe 4 or 5 people over with wood. You ever seen those trailers that carry long 4x4s?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bunch of that, and then in the middle of that huge pile is like a I don't know, like a hiding spot, like a rectangle cut out,
Mm-hmm.
and you see people hiding like in
That's crazy.
there. And I guess what they're using now is like what is those thermal temperature things?
Oh, that makes sense. You just like have this little heat signature.
Yeah, so when they're driving by, they probably catch it through some type of thermal. Uh,
Did you see there's like a big, huge like caravan like coming from Mexico? They try to cross the border. It's like the big, like a shit ton of people. Like they're doing I have some like last chance like coming to the border before like Trump seals it. I don't know exactly what he's gonna be doing with the border, but it's like a bunch of them. They're literally just walking all the way. I don't know how like I don't know what they expect when they get to the border if they're just gonna like just like bum rush it like if it's escape or something.
mhm. Yeah, I don't know either, man. We'll see. They've always had talks about this border problem.
Yeah.
We'll see if that shit ever gets resolved. But I don't know. I just want for sure. What I do agree with is like the those people that are fucking. How do you say? What am I trying to say? Those people that are actually criminals. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, those are the ones like send their asses back. I don't give a
Nah,
fuck.
dude, you see that? I think it might have been in DC or something like some illegal immigrant literally kidnaps the girl while she's like coming back from like a run, and then like kills her and stuff, and then like he's getting sent to jail right now for it.
Oh, I think I did see that. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking shit going on right now. I feel a lot of these criminals. The problem is too is that they just get released right away.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like they're like because they're not citizens. Oh, we'll just deport them back to the U.S. And I'm like, oh, they can easily just come back in. There's plentiful ways to come back in this.
At least in California, for sure. You know, I feel we're very easy on a lot of these criminals. You know, but if you go to like other states, they're over here like signing to approve like the death penalty and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we need that for sure for like child predators. I think child predators, obviously murderers. What are
Like just the amount of the cases like you hear that shit, um, they get released and they do the same crime again. I'm like, bruh, how did no one see this coming? Like everyone, like
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just like not no, it's just like as I remember, like I was watching like some documentary on Netflix. I forget what it's called, but basically the guy, um, and his wife adopt some kid like through the adoption agency, and then she grows up. But the guy has been like has a history of like sexually harassing and actually like beating on women, like almost attempted murders on women, and like just like he has a past history, and like no one saw this coming. And then the girl she disappears. Come to find out, the dad actually did killing her by accident, even though
mm,
for sure he probably did it on purpose. And like everyone literally was just like, how did no one see it? Not no one see this? It was clearly him the whole time.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of fucking dads that even that go for their own kids. That shit's crazy.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, that's just wild to me.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of stories pop up. That's what I hate about social media too. Is you always see like the worst shit, but I guess it's kind of important that people see like the truth.
Yeah, but
The
is it like,
realness.
are we seeing? Is there more of it, or is it just shit coming to light now because we have social media?
It's definitely shit coming to light now, even though some people think it's just getting worse. I think it's always been bad, if
Yeah.
not worse. You know, I mean, there's a reason why we get clowned on for being sensitive now or like woke. It's because now it's all coming to light. But before, you hear all these stories of people like being like getting away with so much shit, and I don't know. It's just like, do you really want a world where you get away with shit like that? Like the whole Diddy stuff. I mean, that's why it's all coming out now.
Diddler.
Whatever happened to him? Is he in jail?
Yeah, he's still getting prosecuted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get so like confused with everything that goes on.
I'm still as confused exactly as like what he's being prosecuted for, but
That's all the baby oil.
That's a lot of baby oil.
Huh. Yeah, but
I don't think I've ever even bought like one in my lifetime.
Nah, I've always been confused about what the fuck that shit's for, but I guess it's for babies, so maybe that's why.
Mm-hmm.
What about baby powder? You use baby powder on your ass?
I remember one time I did it. Like I had like this rash on my thigh because I would chafe a lot because like I'd be in the pool, and you know how you
Chafe?
well because you don't
got
wear
them
like
thick
chonies.
ass thighs.
No, but you don't wear chonies and that shit riding up, and it's like
Nah, I don't wear chonies.
in the pool. I'm like, all
Are
right.
you talking about the ones that are connected to your trunks?
No, like regular ones. Like I wouldn't have chonies, but
Well,
they ride up.
Ain't no one ever tell you not to wear underwear in the pool when you go
Well,
swimming?
I found out after the fact, but so it would chafe against my thigh, and like I got a rash, so I had to use baby powder.
Yeah, no, you got to go in there fucking commando. Commando. Well, that's the reason why supposedly that the trunks, the little net,
Yeah.
that's what it's for, supposedly. I don't know. Sometimes I think about it, I'm like, man, I'm really in this lake, like with my penis just touching this dirty ass water.
Yeah. That's just gross.
And like you got a hole in there. So like think of like the nasty ass water getting in that hole.
Oh god.
I don't know, bro. It's weird. Sometimes I get super like deep into that thought, you know, just like motherfuckers really just be swimming in piss out here. Cause
That's what I feel. That's how I thought about too. But like with like my ass cheeks, I'm like it's closed right now. But like, what's the? Is this really just my butt being closed that's stopping this water from like touching my?
you got to
asshole?
start rocking a butt plug in the lake. or what's the cock ring? Yeah, man.
Gross.
Yeah, bro. Because man, you think about it, those, and then also how they advise you not to go swimming when you have like cuts on your hands and shit, or, like open wounds.
Yeah, that's
I dead ass do that shit, and like I don't know. I guess I'm fine.
I'm fine, but then I did see tons of stories. People like they get infections and shit because of the dirty water.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I think I'll just come to accept like fuck it. If I die, I die.
Shout out Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I just become careless, bro. Like even at work, or like I don't know if I'm doing yard work. If I get cuts on my hands, I just let it bleed and I just let it dry. Because I've seen other like older Mexican dudes like they get their hands all fucked up and they just don't even wear band-aids. They don't put no alcohol. They just take it. And so I'm just like, if they could do it, I could do it. Am I just slowly becoming that again?
Yeah, I mean, we just care less.
Yeah, start to care less. Like I remember, you know, you would be scared of like cleaning out some dirty ass shit, or like I don't know. I guess some people are scared of killing bugs. I never been scared of that though. The one actually shit that does bug me is ants. Not that I'm scared of them. I just fucking get disgusted by them. Ants and cockroaches. But as far as like killing them, like I'm not gonna little bitch. I'll kill them. But yeah, I've become a lot more careless. Like I think I've just realized, maybe it's maturity, but it's just like you just wash your hands with like antibacterial soap or something.
Yeah, man.
You good. You chilling. Because there's a lot of stuff that gross people out, and a lot of people are like, "Are you ready to clean dirty ass diapers? Are you ready to get shit on?" Like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck.
I get my own shit in my hands sometimes.
Like, dude, I'll take 2-3 showers if I have to in that day.
Yeah.
Which that reminds me, Kitty, she got me fucking doing this whole new routine.
What?
It's like 4 different types of soaps, damn near. It's like it's one antibacterial soap. It's like a bar. You gotta clean yourself first.
Like when like taking showers?
Yeah, when we're taking showers, she's trying to
exfoliate and shit.
Bring a new sense of self-care into our life. So she got me doing that. She got me doing my fucking regular body shampoo. And then what's the other one? It's like some peppermint thing. It's like an 18-in-1 shampoo. Like a lot of people, you can use it to clean fucking floors. You can use it to fucking brush your teeth. And you can use it as shampoo. Fucking weird. I saw it actually when I was working at Legacy. It's like a blue big ass bottle like that. And she would roast that type of shit, but we got it now.
Yeah.
But it's not like the only shampoo we're using, you know. It's like a part of the whole routine, though.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm thinking like, cause after a certain point, like, when is clean too clean? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's the thing, bro. Or go ahead.
Cause I was like, you know, like people get sick a lot of these days. I'm like, maybe it's because you're like, there's people like I think doctors say like sometimes you need like a little bit of help. Like there's always that saying like rub some dirt on it. Like
yeah, you gotta build your immunity.
Yeah, and I feel like if you just scrubbing too much, maybe you're removing away the immunity, or maybe I'm just being a cuckoo.
Nah, man, because I mean, you gotta have a certain level of cleanliness, but in that shower, so yesterday was my first time doing it.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like is probably the bar soap, because every time I use it, I feel dry after. Like if you rub your hand after using it, it's like stopping. Like,
oh gosh,
I don't like that feeling. So I just feel like I don't know, like I'm dry. And then with the mint shit, don't get me wrong, you know, you feel fucking clean. Like you know how you do how you drink like mouthwash or whatever. That feeling, that minty feeling, you feel it all over your body. I got it on my penis, and that shit felt fucking like not burned, but it was like like I don't know if a feeling could make a noise, it's that like
like
yeah. So I knew not to get it on like the inside part, you know, just around there, because I'm scared of that shit.
Yeah.
But as far as like the scent, It's too damn strong, man. I'm not trying to get out of the shower smelling like fucking mint. I'm trying to smell like fucking my shampoo, you know?
Yeah.
Because mint, I feel like it's almost like a candle, you know?
Bro, this shit was just reminding me. I forgot. Have you ever caught your dick on your zipper?
No, 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 no. You know what? I've almost got on my balls though.
So I've gotten I'm forcing. I don't even know how this shit happened because like you would think you would feel like you zipping that shit up, but you don't. But I literally lay in the bed. And I'm getting up, and all of a sudden I feel like the sharpest pain. Boom, my foreskin is caught. So I just I pull it up. I pulled it down really hard. I kind of had like a little scab on there for a few days. But that like 2 days in, I think I was like 12 or 13. Like no. This is like this because I've this happened to me a couple times. This was when I was in high school, so this would be when like I was just shaving my shit like crazy, and I like made this 2 days after, so it was still fresh, and I put like shaving cream on it, and I'm over here like fucking like twitching like a cockroach on the floor because
On
that
the
shit
floor.
because like I'm like fuck that shit burns, so I literally fell on the floor, and I'm like damn, and so then I jump in the shower, try to wash the shit off because that shit was burning.
Nah, but have you ever like put on your belt and it gets caught in your fucking panza hair?
Yeah,
Dude, that shit fucking hurts. You're like, oh, and then like sometimes you're like, all right, if I just like flex out, it'll pull out.
yeah,
But sometimes that shit has a good ass grip and that shit's just pulling and I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I gotta fucking close my belly back in and take that shit off.
bro.
This is what happens when you get fat, man.
I remember one time in high school, I don't know if this happened to you a lot, but I'd get like random boners, and this is a thing, ladies. Like you get them even if you're like not aroused or you're not even thinking of anything like along the lines. It just happens. Like the blood just ends up rushing down there sometimes, and it just comes out. And I was in geometry class, and I'm literally like spacing down, like full ass chub, but I'm sitting down, so like I'm not tripping or anything. All of a sudden, I get called up to do like some math problem. I'm like, no, it had to be of all times. And I was like trying my best. I was like, I don't know. I don't really get it. Like, I don't know if I can understand it. And then I forget his name, but he was just like, hey, let me just go ahead and try it out. Try it out. I'm like, fuck. So I'm literally like, I run up to the desk, do it, and I come running back, trying to hide my boner.
You take your binder and you cover yourself with that
I was
shit.
running like this. I was not running, but I was kind of going like this.
Yeah, no, I've never had that problem, but the problem I've had for sure is like you get up or you have to get up and you're like, you gotta fart, you gotta squeeze your cheeks and walk the whole way, like, fucking, because everyone's face is like your ass level,
Dude.
So I'm scared to let that shit out. But I don't know, farts used to be scary in high school. I used to
For sure.
but for sure now that I'm an adult, man, I'll let it rip anywhere, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Catch me at the grocery store, I'm letting that shit out. The only time I'll hold it probably is like maybe the gym. But it's so hard. I feel like now every time I go to the gym, I just fucking have to fart for some reason.
There were a couple times where I would fart, but only because I'm exerting that much force. That shit just comes out.
You just shit yourself. Fuck.
I saw no, but I can see why people do end up doing that when they're doing like heavy weights and shit. They're like a lot of force and you just shit your pants or something.
Oh man, there's a video. I'm trying to think of it. I wonder if it was UFC or there was something though. Oh man, I'm trying to remember what it was, but there's this viral video. I don't think it was UFC, but some girl. Oh, she got. It was like have you ever seen those videos where people like die on video?
Sure.
Over some like accidental stuff. So
Yeah.
this girl, she was she was like on some suicidal shit. So she went to like those electric cables that are hanging right here.
Yeah.
And she's like calling for attention because it's like everyone's already surrounding her and like cops are around trying to get her down, but she's not getting down. And finally they get like this, I think they called it like cherry picker, but it's not like the warehouse cherry pickers, but it's something that goes up and as they're about to get to her to get her off, she just says fuck it and she goes on the electric cables and she's like getting electrocuted. So she's like very tense, and then out of nowhere, you just see shit just shoot out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you just see like shit just shoot out like fucking wet and solid at the same time, and then she falls.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That shit. Yeah, it's a lot of shitty shit going on. Yeah. Fuck, man. You're leaning into the zipper situation, and I was gonna fucking bring up something, but I forgot what it. My brain sucks.
And this shit happened to me more than once throughout my life. And that shit, every time that shit would happen, I'm like, fuck. oh, come on, dude. How? Because every single time I don't feel myself doing it up until I'm moving, and then I realize it happened. I'm like, how is this happening?
One thing that's been happening to a lot lately is like the underwear has for sure been riding up my ass. I don't know what's going on. Like, am I just getting thicker? Because I don't know, man. I'm wearing size large underwear, and for some reason I feel like every time I squat down,
Mm-hmm.
it like rides up my ass, or it'll like show my ass crack a lot now.
So you gotta start picking.
So I gotta like pull it up, or I'm very cautious of, I feel the breeze on my back, so I know like when it's like I'm borderline showing my ass.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely try not to anymore, not to squat down, because that shit just I don't know, I'm risking it too much.
Yeah, my cheeks stay grabbing my underwear.
Nah, bro, I hate when motherfuckers they just do not give a fuck and they're showing that whole plumber crack.
Yeah,
And that happens at work for sure a lot. You see like a lot of dudes, they sit down on the chair and they don't feel. I don't know how motherfuckers don't feel the breeze.
I think they just don't care.
Yeah, it's happening to skinny people, fat people. It's just weird. I don't know. I guess yeah, they probably just don't give a fuck. Let that ass rock. Wonder what age I'm gonna get to that point where I don't care no more.
Like on some Mike Tyson shit. Like,
Oh, that shit's crazy. That shit's fucking.
but that's how I was like, man. That's how you know he's old because like I was like, if you've ever been to like a 24 or any gym and you go inside like the locker room, old ass people do not care. They're out here, dicks out, cheeks out, like
Yeah, they got the towel in their hand, just everything out.
yeah. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't actually been in the locker room in a minute. I started going to the gym again recently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, just kind of like slowly getting back into it because when you go too hard early, you start fucking your stomach starts to hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strain.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of doing some weights, a lot of cardio. I'm back on my cardio shit. I think it's my new thing, doing cardio now that I'm older.
What kind of cardio? Because it's a very broad thing. Like some people like running, some people hate running.
Nah, I'm definitely not running. You can miss me with that shit. I'm doing some jogging shit, and then I'm also doing the Stairmaster here and there. I love the Stairmaster because that's where I feel the sweat the most.
The Stairmaster will humble you within seconds.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say, man. But like once you burn your legs out, there's no coming back. It's
Yeah.
like you're done. Call it quits, buddy. Yeah, I don't know, man. People that can do that shit for like a whole ass hour are fucking crazy.
Yeah, I remember that one time we were like, we had like a photo shoot back in 2017. And one of them was going up to the rooftop of like some skyscraper.
Yeah.
But we had to like walk off the whole every stair, so we were dead by the time we were at the very top. I was dead. I was like, damn, I don't know how I can do this going back.
Yeah, one thing for sure, like doing these photo shoots has taught me is like, you never know what's going on. Like, what's the backstory of each photo shoot?
Yeah.
You could be in a fucking rush, like getting chased down or something, and like you just take a pause for like 1 second just to get that photo.
You know what's funny? People don't. You remember that one specific spot in LA? People always do the photo shoot where
The bridge,
the bridge, not the bridge,
the under one.
the under one
Yeah.
in LA. I don't see anyone taking pictures there anymore.
I do. Fuck
do?
yeah, I do. Hell yeah. I see clothing brands. I see cars still. Every
The
now
cars for sure. That's always like a primo. Everyone loves taking pictures.
not DJs though. I feel DJs have already caught on to the burnt out spots.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And-
Because when we were to Picture, that was a spot. Everyone was going.
I think photo shoots in general too. They kind of died down in the artistry, like when it comes to DJs.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless you're a girl,
sure.
the girls are always doing like the plain background and they're using that as like promo shit for like tours or whatever artwork.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think? I want to. I don't want to say it's a trend, but what do you see of DJs posting a lot of on social media? That's like a common thing.
Let's see. I would say like production stuff, but I think that's kind of dying down a little bit too.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I feel just like they're not really trying anymore. I don't think. If they do, it's just out and doing random shit.
Yeah.
Because outside of that, I don't really see like DJs posting much anymore.
I mean, what I do see is just like live videos, but that's always been a thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess people are not caring as much anymore. Because there was a time where like you're commanded to post fucking daily or weekly at the very least.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot of bigger artists. They just go weeks without posting, and then out of nowhere they'll post.
Yeah, but I also think that's a fault of Instagram, just because like the way the algorithm is set up, like people like don't even see the post anymore. So like, what's the point of even like putting effort into it like that?
Yeah, that's true. And then I don't know. There's just all this added pressure, and one thing for sure that a lot of people say this, but people have caught on at this point, like fans, is just when you're just posting a photo, just to post a photo with some stupid caption that either doesn't correlate with the photo or just is just goofy. Like a lot of like supporters or whatever, they catch on. It's you're just kind of doing it as like filler.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really anything meaningful, which is true. You know, that's where I felt like we've kind of not really cared as much anymore. But I don't know. I feel like a photo shoot once a year maybe is probably cool.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're like touring, then obviously you catch photos on the go and shit. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think artwork is what's the thing now.
Yeah,
Maybe artwork and like videos, creating a story behind your brand.
that's for sure.
Yeah, like pickle. His story was cool. Like the whole comic book shit.
I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you never seen it. Well, I guess it was mainly when he was first coming up.
Oh no, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but he still does it though, like with his artwork.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
like videos to it that are kind of like just not connecting the brand, but continuing it.
Do you think that pickle head is heavy, or is it they made it light?
Probably, man. You know, I've tried helmets. We've tried helmets,
Yeah,
and I don't know how they do that shit, man.
it's a commitment for sure.
Unless they have like super big investments on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
as like maybe there's holes, some type of like breathing space, breathing room, maybe some ventilation or like fans inside.
I remember specific like Barely Alive, his first iteration of the helmet thing. It was very hot and sweaty in there. Like he was practically dying in there. So his newer helmets have like LEDs, and he put like a built-in fan in there, so he's not dying in there.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's kind of scary, man. What is that shit? Just fucking electrocutes you,
Yeah,
start burning.
That's facts. So that's
Because
facts.
you all that sweat. Because I sweat a lot for sure.
Yeah.
Is there any news in the EDM world that's came up? I
Uh,
know. Oh, you know what? Coachella's lineup just dropped, and there's actually this is the most notable EDM lineup I think I've seen from them
for sure.
in a while at least. You know, because there's a while where it's just the
It was
EDM
sprinkled.
acts. It's like people you've seen a billion times, or it's just the obvious people. But now I feel they've done their homework.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing the booking for Coachella this year, they did their homework for sure.
I like it a lot. Who are the main acts? Is Lady Gaga, Posty, and Post Malone, and who was that third one?
And Freddie, no.
No, what is it, Freddie? Again?
Let's check. We can check it. We can pull that bitch up.
Yeah, but
right now.
it was really like nice. Like there's like tons of cool like EDM artists. I think Sarah's playing it.
Yeah, and I noticed she's not on the Yuma. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yuma tent.
Yuma tent. She's not on there. So I wonder if she's on main stage. Cause she got pulled, bro. I don't know what the hell.
She got
happened.
mad pull, bro.
Yeah, she got mad pulled.
I was actually going off on Twitter earlier. Some guy posted basically like saying that she's like the John Summit
of techno.
Which I mean, to be fair, I'm like he tried to clarify it after, but I'm like it kind of that original tweet was seeming like I guess I got shot.
Yeah, I don't know. People would just do that shit just to get a reaction, which I mean, he got both people to react at this point. But you just gotta ignore that shit.
Yeah.
But it's Lady Gaga, Green Day, and Post Malone.
Green Day.
And that's weird though, because Fred again was already like confirmed supposedly to headline or whatever. And then Travis Scott is they didn't really put what day he's playing, but Travis Scott is.
We'll see if he actually performs though. I think he will. I think he's as far as rap artists goes, there's plenty of times where you see people like back out, but he's always been consistent about playing shows.
Yeah, I wonder if one of these artists are Fred again replacement because he's not on here, and he was like confirmed. I think he confirmed it or some shit like that, or because I don't think it was just a rumor or whatever. But you got Missy Elliott, so that's cool.
Missy Elliott,
Mustard, bro. Mustard at when was it when we saw Mustard? We saw him at Countdown.
He was with Yellow Claw.
No, that was Hard Summer, but he's played other festivals. We seen him solo.
Oh, we have.
Yeah, or at least I have. I seen him at Countdown. But he throws down, bro. And he throws down with EDM, not just hip hop.
Bro, that new song he has with Kendrick, that's just funny.
I haven't heard it. Is that on the album?
Yeah, where he goes like mustard. It's like but it's a fire ass beat. The song's called TV Off, and it's funny because I think he knew that show was gonna be a meme because some guy literally recorded it and was like, "Hey," and then he looks like mustard, and he just like walks off like he's like already annoyed at that
shit. Yeah, and then you got Mal P. He's like pretty much one of the bigger artists in the world right now. I think he's probably like top 5.
At least.
Yeah, at least. Probably even number 2, 3, 1. Because you see him everywhere, man. Then you got, let's see, Chris Lorenzo.
I love Chris Lorenzo.
Vintage Culture. You got Pete Tong. Haven't seen that name in a minute. Is Tops a EDM act?
I think
Top
so.
sounds very familiar. And then I really want to know how the hell the Misfits got their logo up there. It's like the first. It's the first time it's ever happened.
Oh, well, like their actual logo?
Yeah, look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Misfits got their logo up there. I think it's the first time it's ever happened in Coachella history. So I want to know what was going down in those meetings or the emails. How the fuck they made that shit happen? Because they're not even the main act. You know, they're just. I mean, they're on the first row. But you would think only main acts could get that done.
Yeah.
Then you got Above and Beyond. You got Eli Brown, T-Pain, Shoreline Mafia, Jimmy Eat World. Saturday for sure is the one to go to. You got Disco Lines. Shout out Mondo. Amelie Lenz. Clang. How do you pronounce it?
Clang Kensler.
Yeah, that fool. He's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Yo Gabba Gabba for whatever reason.
Horse Girl.
Indira Paganoto. Layden Giordani. Infected Mushroom. Then day 3, you got Meg the Stallion. Zed. You got see, Zed makes sense. I feel like Zed. Has he ever played Coachella?
He might have like once.
You got Basement Jacks, not Blaster Jacks. Sammy Virgie.
Chasing Status.
Ty Dolla $ign.
Dollar. Boris Brejcha.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, a lot of EDM acts. And that's not even everyone because you know they like to release some other artists later.
Yeah, because I think they're scheduled to play both weekends, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. So they gotta move shit on the fly.
Yeah, and they add little stages and shit. What was I gonna say? There's some shit I was gonna say. I wonder what little stages are gonna be announced for Countdown.
I wonder too.
And then what else we got going on this coming month? It's almost my birthday in 1 month exactly. No, a little bit less than my month. We're a month away from Christmas. Do you have anything on your Christmas list?
Nah, not really. I think I'm very like, if I want something, I'll just get it myself.
Pretty much.
Especially the things I do want, like things I was like, I can't ask people to buy this for me. Like,
yeah, I feel like when you become an adult, the stuff you really want is like $500 and up,
yeah,
or maybe $200 and up. And then everything else is just like, all right, I'm cool with any clothes. Give me socks, give me chonies. I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, yeah, there's no in between anymore.
Nah.
Yeah, nothing really that's, well, I guess maybe $60, $80. But for the most part, the stuff that you really want is expensive.
Yeah. So I'll just buy it myself. Which is why like a lot of this, like right now, as of today, like it'll be Thanksgiving like in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Like 2 days. And then after that, a whole weekend of just Black Friday deals of like a lot of studio.
Bro, it's not even Black Friday, no, it's Black Week.
But yeah, Black
If you look on Amazon, it already started.
Yeah. I'll get to you on that. But like there's like a bunch of like if you ever want to buy like software or programs like that, like this is the weekend to do it. Like mad sales up the ass. Like there's this little it's like a pitch program I use called Little Altar Boy. I bought it for like $50. Now they're selling it for 40. But what they're doing now, I went on the website because they're selling all their ones. Like there's just a specific plugin I want. They're doing this thing where you can trade in your license of whatever. Yeah, it was just one. You could buy the whole bundle for only like $150. I'm like, damn, that's a steal.
For all their.
Yeah, so you literally just trade in the license for that one plugin you buy, and you'll get all of them for a mad discount.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've seen a lot of packs too for discount. Or a lot cheaper or whatever.
I hopped up a bunch of that. I bought some Advent Sounds. I've been meaning to look through. Shout out Hellbound. He has his own sample pack company called Raveyard Sound. So it's like has a lot of dope techno like sample packs on there. So I'm trying to get on that.
There's this vocal one I took a screenshot of. I'm trying to see. Let's see if I can find it real quick. If not, we'll move on. But yeah, there's like this vocal pack. I think it's 25 presets, but they promoted like you could sound like all these different artists and shit. So I wonder if it's like actually like mocking their voice or something close to it. But if that's the case, shit, So producers, make sure you guys go hop on those deals because
Yeah.
a lot of these plugins and packs and shit, like you never know. Like there's a lot of hidden gems out there. A lot of stuff you would never even think that you could use. And that, I feel like that's kind of the case for a lot of people that are just starting with anything. There's like hella shortcuts. Like I can't tell you how many times people like give credit to all these graphic designers on like being good and shit.
Yeah.
Really, it's just all presets.
Oh my god! Like then there's like companies that'll have preset packs like for sale, and you'll see like graphic designs. Like I've seen that somewhere before.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's this the Zoom vocal processor. See like all these little
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, it's actual hardware.
yeah, like hardware. Yeah, yeah. So it's kind of like this mixer, but it has like way more options.
That's fire.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting it. How much did that shit cost? I feel like it was expensive though. That's probably why I didn't pull the plug.
Aftermarket.
And then there's this vocal chain presets.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah, so go link into all that shit, guys. It definitely helps you out in the long run. You could also do like what's that shit called? Reverse
Yeah.
engineer, and kind of like pick out the stuff that you like about it and just learn how to do it on your own. I know a lot of people do that shit. That's kind of what I want to do for like editing too. It's kind of like take like presets and like see what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Because on Photoshop they do that too, but I don't know. People do. I don't know. When it comes to organizing, people on Photoshop are like way too specific.
What way?
So like, let's see. When I watch YouTube videos like tutorials,
Mm-hmm.
they'll have folders on like any little fucking thing. I'm just like, bro, you really don't need that many folders. You're just making it like if anything, now you're slowing down the process because you're opening all these new tabs just to find that one thing.
Yeah.
So the one thing cool about Photoshop though is like now if you click on an object, that's what it's gonna. That's the. I'm trying to explain it. That's the item that you're focusing on now. Like if you tap it, something highlights in the bottom right corner that you're on that item now. Instead of finding it in that
Mm-hmm.
folder, instead of finding it, now you just click it, and most of the time it'll come up unless you have like a layer on top
Yeah.
that you can't see clearly because it's maybe the opacity is like turned down a lot. So I don't know. It's like a lot of stuff like that. Also, what's annoying is like if that item isn't cropped perfectly, and there's still technically a surrounding perimeter that's not even visible.
Mm-hmm.
If you still click on that perimeter area, it'll still be the object that you highlight, even though there's nothing there.
Right.
I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly or nice, but yeah, Photoshop can be annoying.
Have you ever considered like getting into like Illustrator or like maybe like Cinema 4D or anything?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
for sure. But my fucking computer ain't considering that shit. My computer is already fucking dying right now with Photoshop and DaVinci.
Yeah.
So as that, see you guys, if you guys want to buy me something, that's on my Christmas list. Go get me a fucking new desktop or laptop. Actually, give me a laptop. I don't want a desktop.
Same guy.
Yeah, give me a new laptop. I definitely want a new chair because my shit's falling apart. I definitely want
Damn. When did you buy that chair? How long has it been?
2016 when I bought all the equipment.
Damn, this has been a minute.
Yeah,
Long overdue for that one at least.
hell yeah. And then get me a CMC jersey, even though motherfucker's ass this year and he's fucking broken. Let's see what else.
Let me ask you this: you think it's best maybe just put back in Jordan Mason
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
just for the season? I feel like let
Yeah.
CFC really heal up.
Yeah, they're clearly they're clearly rushing CMC back.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, start Jordan Mason, but Kyle Shannon ain't gonna do that.
I think it's funny, like, because he has like, when it's really cold, so it's like a lot of the blood goes up to his face, so he's super red, and he's yelling at some player, and he's like, it's all red. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's because we had 12 players on the field
That was crazy. I'm like, bro, that's
twice.
that's some rookie shit like that. You guys don't do that.
Yeah, our team is boo boo as fuck this year. I ain't see. At least I know my team is trash. Not like you fucking Cowboys.
I think what it is. I think it's just the fatigue of it all. Like you guys have been like you guys are still kind of still basically in the window, but you guys have just been at it.
I think one more loss and we're out.
I think so too.
I think I think we're honestly out already, but like one more like seals the deal for sure. Because even if we make it, we're gonna lose right away. But yeah, bro, we've had like 4 or 5 seasons where we go deep. So
Yeah,
it's just,
it's
these
like-
motherfuckers are tired.
Yeah, it gets tiring. And and they're still everyone's still like committed to it. It's just more about like things starts to slip up and things start to crack. And you see the crazy ass motherfuckers like they're already like some Niner fans are like, oh, fire Kyle, fire. I'm
Nah.
like, y'all motherfuckers must have forgot how he was before he got there. That shit was trash.
Yep. I don't know what better options they think are out there. Like even the Lions coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
I feel he's being a little overrated right now because we've seen this time and time again where a good offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator, they're not a good head coach.
Yeah.
They must be they could have the fucking season of their life as a coordinator, and then once they jump to that head coaching job, they're they're going to a bad team most likely, or they're just not meant for it. Head coaching, they're not a leader of men, a leader of this, leader of that. They don't know what to do on both sides of the field. So
Yeah, it's a whole different responsibility.
yeah, because that Lions offensive coordinator, like they just got hella talent right now.
They do.
I don't know when he got hired, but now they got hella talent. So obviously they're gonna do good. It's just I don't know. But where do you think he's gonna land?
Ben Johnson. Maybe the Bears, but that's the
Or
thing.
Giants?
Like, well, the thing with him, like he's even said before, like he's not because he's in a good spot with the Lions. He's in no rush to leave. Like, and the Lions know that too. So if they really want to, they just pay him more and just give him an assistant head coaching job so he doesn't leave. But like I feel like especially when like like now I think about it, like the Jets are a new fucking head coach. The Saints are gonna need a new head coach, but like look at the situation they're gonna go in. They're gonna be like fucking, especially with the Saints. They're like over 80 million over the cap after next year. And I'm like, you're like, how are you gonna build a team with that? I guess like a lot of these guys like they're smart with it. They're gonna wait until see until like a good situation comes up. So I don't know exactly, but maybe the Cowboys. Fucking Jerry Jones starts fucking leading his team and go retire somewhere.
For real, man. He's such a detriment to that team.
I really think he is, man. I think he's honestly probably like a big reason why like things are just working out the way they are.
Yeah. Yeah, paying the wrong people or overpaying. That's kind of what the situation we're in right now. We overpaid for a lot of players. A lot of people doing the holdout shit. Just it doesn't do good for your team in the long run.
No.
Yeah. But hey, I'm a believer.
Believe it took us fucking 8 years, almost 10 years to first to finally be good again.
Yeah, I got that fool on my fantasy league, so he's been doing good. Got him in there starting over Mahomes. Loki didn't do me good this week with Mahomes balling out, but I'm still one. So
nah, that's the thing that pissed me off about the Chiefs. Like, bro, like how are these fools still getting away with these wins, bro? Like they're playing like ass and they're still winning.
Fucking Panthers almost beat their ass.
Panthers almost beat their ass. We should have beat them. There's plenty of other teams that should have beat them, and I'm like, bro, they should have. Their record does not signify what they actually are. I truly feel like that's why I kind of really hope like Ravens beat their ass because I know we're gonna hit playoffs and I think we'll be our first round exit, which is fine with me because we haven't sniffed playoffs since we hit the Super Bowl. But I'm like, someone take these fools down. They don't deserve to be 3-peat champions.
Yeah, facts. Hopefully, hopefully like Chargers or Ravens. What other good AFC team? Bro, Texas
Bills.
Are not it. Bills. Hopefully they take them out, man. Hopefully. We'll see.
And then they're like, because of that one loss, like if the Bills like win out and like someone else like comes up, because of the way the schedule is set up, they can't just coast it. They have like we play them on the last game of the regular season. So like if we drop them to 9-2, boom, then the Bills jump to first seed, and so from there, they won't have like that home field advantage and shit.
Yeah, let's see. I really hope Lions or Chargers take it all.
I do too.
Yeah,
mostly the Lions.
Yeah, mostly Lions for sure. Because you love me a good underdog story, and then like I truly love all their players.
I do too.
I don't think I hate dislike one.
Nah,
is Hutchinson playing right now? No,
he broke his leg.
He's out for the season.
Yeah,
damn. They're doing that shit without him.
Well, they got that fool as Darius Mills from the Browns. So he to replace him because they did need someone to rush.
Yeah, and then on the Chargers side, I want Jim Harbaugh to win. He deserves it. Fucking Niners couldn't get it done for him, so
it wasn't that. It was just that fucking stupid ass like the lights went out and
that did us better because we came back.
Oh wait, I thought that changed the momentum for you guys.
Nah, we're getting dick.
Oh really?
And then we came back after the lights. But the missed PI at the end is what did us dirty.
Yeah.
A lot of missed calls on the refs, man. They
I
fuck up they fuck up everything.
They do, but that's why that people are always saying like, oh, maybe they should go full time, which I think they should, because a lot of these fools like when they're not in the NFL, they're fucking doctors or lawyers and shit, and they want to get it right too. So I feel like it's just better if they just go into like being the full time or more replay assists, I guess, because there's some questionable calls that don't get called or that that should get called that don't get called because they just miss it, like they don't see it.
Maybe we should just be refs.
I always thought like how does one become an NFL ref?
How does one become anything NFL related? Ball boy, water boy. How the fuck you get those jobs? I'll take it.
I would love to be a ball boy.
You probably gotta know someone to know someone,
Yeah.
and then know someone, and then get referral, and then you gotta know someone.
Hey, Thanksgiving's coming up like 2 days. So what? I think we always ask each other this, but what do you think for food season?
What am I thankful for? I'm honestly thankful for finding God this year. Not finding God because I've always believed in God, but going to church. This is probably the most consistent I've been, and it's truly like changed a lot of perspective. It's open.
Would you say now you have like a deep relationship with him?
Definitely deeper. Like definitely like I feel the most connected as I've ever been, and I'm not like one of those people that are just like there's I honestly yes, God is the reason for everything.
Yeah.
The reason why anything happens, the reason why this, that. But I feel people also don't give themselves enough credit for a lot of stuff that they do. So yes, God is always number one. But the one thing I will say is like God has for sure given me a different mental state, different mental power to where a lot of shit just doesn't even like phase me anymore. So
Yeah.
that I feel your mental is everything, because then physicality comes next, and then yeah, I guess work ethic and all that. Mental is what gives you the power to do a lot of shit though, and with mental is like you can go through a lot of tough shit, and as long as like you just remember that everything happens for a reason, it's just I feel you come out of it on the other side a lot better, a lot easier. Because most shit that we go through a lot of the time is not even like real problems or real tough shit.
Yeah.
Like we all have bills, we all have like this, we all have that. But no matter what, like most people come out of it anyway. It's just how it happens. That's the thing. But yeah, like I said, most people come out of it. Like think about 2008, the recession or whatever. Think about think about people in other countries, the lack of food they get. It's just the fact that I have a home, the fact that I get food, the fact that I have a job, the fact that I get transportation one way or another, the fact that I got family and friends, that's already like enough. Because a lot of people in the world don't have that. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel perspective is everything. And the only reason that I feel that I've even been able to have hope and will in a lot of shit is because church. Like every time I go to church, I feel it's like a reset button. And if you go enough, you get reset enough, and you don't carry on those problems week by week anymore.
That's a really interesting perspective. Because I've always, I do. I'm not trying to make this into a religious thing, but I personally have always like, I do believe in God, but I don't have like any like relationship like towards like where I see it with you or your brother Jay or even like my mom. Like they have like these real relationship with him, and like I also don't want to force myself into something. Like I want to like let it come naturally to me, and then hopefully go off from there. Because I've always hated like when people are like trying to push their other beliefs on other people, because I'm always been like let things find for themselves.
Yeah, and you know what's funny you say that? It's like I feel a lot of times like when I catch up with our friends or whatever,
Yeah.
for some reason I always bring up church or God, and I feel like damn, am I preaching?
No,
But I feel like I do it in a natural way.
Yeah.
Because I'm never the first to bring up anything about it, or no, that's not true. I'm never like just out of nowhere just bringing it up on anyone.
Yeah.
I'm never just like, oh, like you should go to church, or you should do this, you should do that, or you're doing this wrong, you're doing this bad, blah blah blah. I never do that. So I feel like I do it in a bit more natural way. Whereas like if I'm asked about stuff, like the honest answer is that is like church or God related. But what else were you saying? Were you going?
I kind of lost my train of thought.
Uh,
But I just like I hope like at some point I do get myself into that same kind, because everyone's relationship with the man is like to their own, and like how they view it. But I want to get myself to a point where I can like see myself, because I'm not, I've never been the one to where I'd be like, oh, I don't believe in that, or I think that's dumb. I know I do think it's because like what it's been engraved into humanity for so long, like there has to be some sliver of truth to it. But it's just more of just like me finding that relationship with him, like see how like we're like my personal relationship with him, just having that grow like naturally and stuff.
yeah. Well, I mean, the one thing I heard from church, the pastor say is, remember to uh, find God before He finds you. So how you just said that you're trying to get into it naturally, or
Yeah,
like wait for it. Maybe the natural way is you actually taking the initiative and going. It's kind of like, it's the thing about church is sometimes people think of it as like they feel like it becomes a job or like a chore, and that's the thing, like maybe that's the natural thing too in you, is like maybe you just don't feel like you need it as much right now, or
yeah,
maybe you don't need uh maybe you just don't feel like there's anything going wrong with your life. I don't know, or like anything that calls for it that you
right,
need to
right,
go to church. Because a lot of the time people go to church after something bad happens,
yeah,
and that's why I'm saying like don't find it before, or don't wait for God to find you.
yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense.
Because I feel the message that holds is it's kind of just telling you like, if you go to church already on your own, or if you like talk to the Lord on your own, or if you like hear all these messages or verses on your own,
Yeah,
uh you won't have to go search for it. You won't have to go. You'll be mentally prepared for when tough situations hit you.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And so that's why I'm saying, like, when I go to, now that I've gone to church a lot of times, even if bad shit happens to me, like I still like, I'm not gonna fucking dread about it or like cry about it.
right.
Like, I don't know, just I'm already like premeditated.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what comes out of it, in my
You
opinion.
know, it's funny. And the one time I was like, "No, let me try going to church." My mom's catalytic converter gets stolen.
And then hey, everything happens for a reason.
That shit was so funny. In that day, I'm like, the one day I go to church with you, this shit happens.
Yeah, so one thing recently that kind of like hit me a little, like it hit me in a way where I was like, all right, everything's cool, everything makes sense. Is or it's just a reminder. A lot of things with church is reminders,
Yeah,
because we all know what's good and what's wrong and what's good, what's bad, whatever. We all know, like, for the most part.
yeah, yeah,
So you just need reminders, and that's what church does a lot for me. But how I told you last time I went to go watch the Wild Robot movie.
yeah.
There's
Great
actually,
movie, right?
huh?
That's a dope movie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So do you remember that scene where so you remember, you know how, like, spoiler alerts for everyone, but pretty much this geese, he's a goose,
Mm-hmm.
goose, whatever. This goose, he was killed by the
The robot.
robot.
Well,
No,
his
no, no, no.
his family was.
His family was killed by a robot. The mother was already, a full grown goose. Or sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Geese, goose. I'm gonna just be saying goose. So, and then all his siblings they were all in eggs. They got crushed,
Yeah,
except for him, and he was like the mutt or the rut of the group.
yeah.
And so he had no hope. He had no pretty much when he was born, he didn't look like the rest of them.
Because he's tiny.
Yeah, he's tiny. He wasn't supposed to even last as long as the rest of them do, or whatever. He's not meant to fly. But that robot somehow trains him into learning, and they pretty much pull a miracle, the unthinkable, and they get him to be stronger, if not no, just as strong, if not stronger than the rest of the group.
Yeah.
And so that older one, the older goose, the
Well,
one,
the one that was cool with him.
yeah, the trainer dude or whatever. Uh, you know how like the small one, he found out the truth about the robot killing his family or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So he's just like in this bad mood. He's pissed off. He's hurt, pretty much, that his mother was taken away from him and no one ever told him the truth. And then finally, after them training him for a while, or training him, getting him to do the unthinkable, now with the older, wiser goose, how he told him that, like, it's crazy how things happen, right?
Yeah.
Because he's all like, he didn't have that perspective in his head that shit happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And so that was that reminder, even though, yeah, you did you didn't get that experience with your mom, but now you've got the strong power to do what you were never even gonna be in this spot to begin with.
Nah, because they keep it being like, say like the robot didn't crush his family, that fool was like they would like because they it happens all the time. Like when it's like the run, they give at least matter of fact sometimes they even drop these fools off the
Yeah,
fucking
they
nest.
the mom probably who knows if the mom would have stayed with your ass.
Yeah, so I'm like, and you got a whole robot taking care of you and feeding you and shit.
Yeah, so the robot was essentially the reason why you even are who you are.
Yeah,
But if you never had the robot, you probably would have been dead.
yeah,
So that's why it opened a new perspective. And so that shit right there was just like, damn, that's crazy.
yeah. It's a great movie.
But yeah, it was a dope movie for sure. I recommend it to everyone, adults, kids. But yeah. How do we get to this church topic again?
Because I was asking you, what do you think for
All right,
this
what are you
year?
thankful for then?
You know what? I'm thankful that I've just I try I don't know if I do it intentionally. I just try to let not to let things get to me anymore. Because before I used to just like the little things would just like ruin my mood, ruin my things, and I don't know if it's this new year is just has just like I've been like got me to a point where like I try like to. I don't mean this in a mean way, but I care. I'm trying to care less about the things I really shouldn't like. The things that shouldn't even matter for like things that shouldn't be bugging me and like care more about like actual things like my family and my friends and my loved ones, like my girlfriend and stuff, and more worry about that and then let things just come how they are. Because before I used to just be like fuck no, I mean like any little thing, and I was like man, this is gonna fuck. It would just literally ruin my mood, fuck up my shit. And now I try not to let the things do that. I don't know when exactly I started getting to that point, but it has gotten me feeling better and in better moods. Because you used to see me, I used to be like a big ass sap and shit. Like you like I'm like acting real bitch made and shit. And I'm not, and I mean that like that. I just like
Well, you know, a lot of that's in your head though too, right?
I do
because
I feel like I just in the better mental state.
because even though you say like, oh, you know how I used to do that, I really don't. Like there's obvious times,
Yeah.
but it's like once or twice. But if you're like in that mood like all the time, I think that was just you in your head thinking that like people are thinking that about you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel that it's only like noticeable when you're just like not giving a response to anyone. That's the only time it's noticeable. But if it's like you're just having a bad day, I don't think it's that like no one's really paying attention.
And I think I am and it's a thing I'm thankful, but not towards me, but I really I'm like seeing a lot of my loved ones and friends like they're I don't mean like they're doing better, like they're just doing better in life, like their things are going well for them, or they're I don't ever see anybody like mad or upset, or I mean they're not showing it to us, but just from like what we see and what we know, like it's things are going well for all of us.
For your family and friends?
Yeah. Like, and I don't mean, like, I don't mean like in a superficial way, but it just seems like there's not as much crazy shit happening.
Well, maybe. But also maybe people just hide it better.
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing. That's like you only know what people show you.
Yeah, that's why it's important you just check in with everyone.
Yeah, that's why I do. Like like shout out our boy David. Like he always checking up on us, like asking us how we're doing. I always appreciate about them.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very much true. You hold those people tight with you because you don't get that very often.
Yeah.
Which I've actually honestly, I've always been bad at that, checking in with people. I don't know if it's an excuse, but I definitely feel like my life is just too busy sometimes.
I mean,
but then I catch myself just being chilling and being on my phone or watching football all damn day.
But then there's also like, especially with our homies, like, obviously when we know something's up, like we'll do it. But if we're like, say randomly, I'll text one of the guys like, "Oh, how you doing?" And like, the fuck you mean? Like, like they just automatically assume like something's up, and like I can't just check on my homies, and they automatically assume some other shit's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Hopefully everyone's having a good life. Hopefully everyone's checking in on all their loved ones. Hopefully everyone's reaching out to people if they're dealing with shit.
Yeah,
that's the big thing. Is you gotta check in on your people, and you gotta reach out when you like are going through shit.
Yeah.
There's been a couple times where I almost reached out to the group chat. I'm like, damn, I need y'all. But then I was just like, honestly, nah, I'll be all right. The next day comes, and then I'm better.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people they're impulsive that like in the moment, But if you just like wait a day or wait a week, like pretty much most of the time, like you kind of get better or get over it.
Yeah.
And that just comes with maturity. You get more patient, and that comes with age.
Yeah.
Like I got a homie. He's 19. Man, the amount of shit he's going through, I'm just like risky. So I'm like, I've just been feeding him all the knowledge, and he's just like,
Oh, I got
he
work.
he hears it. Yeah, he hears it, but like
It goes out the other way.
the week goes by, and I see no progress. I'm like, full. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like when you try to like tell people how it is, or like you try to give them advice, or you just because like you've been in a situation before, or you've already seen it happen to other people, but they're not ready to hear it. Like they're just like or they'll think like, I got this, I can't handle it, and then things happen, and then the advice you do give them, they end up doing, but they think, oh, on my own, I did this on my own. I'm like, and you're like, bro, I told you this months ago.
Yeah, when you're young, you hear people older than you out, but like you don't really like take what they give you, anything that they give you, like you don't apply it to your own life. Sometimes you either like downplay it or underestimate it, and then sometimes you just think like, oh, they're just being exaggerating or whatever.
Yeah.
But not like a lot of time. A lot of time it's just as simple as that. As simple as what they say. It does happen a lot of time. There's those outliers that's what gives you the false hope though.
Mhm.
Those outliers that you see or that you know of. But most of the time,
But also, it's like when you're young, you feel like you're Superman. Like,
that too, or you feel like you know that you're young, so you think by like, oh, if you just tough it out or stick it out, like it will get better.
Yeah.
Which maybe it will, but it's just like, is it worth that risk?
Yeah.
It's like maybe it'll be better for 4 years, and then it's gonna be bad, and then you just wasted all those 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's another thing. If you're young, listen to your elders.
Mijo, te voy a decir algo. It's like drunk deals and shit.
For real. Yeah, man. But is that everything?
Yeah. What are you gonna do Thanksgiving? I think we've already talked about it.
I'm going up the hill with Kitty's family.
Right. Nice. I'm going.
With your brother, you said?
Yeah, I'm going with my brothers. My little nephew, he's graduating from his camp in December, or in a couple of months. My mom asked me.
Camp?
Remember, because he went to the Marines.
But graduate?
Yeah, you graduate from like a camp thing, and then from there you go into like another thing.
Is it graduate or is it like fucking prestige? Like Call of Duty?
Essentially, it is prestige. Like he's basically he's gonna be done with basic training, and then from there he's gonna move to a different like one of the actual bases.
Cool.
But it's on a Thursday and a Friday, and I was like, fuck, I want to go. But I'm already like, I'm already on a thin line at work. So if I'll see. Like last time, like when I asked them to go to the icon thing, they were cool about it. But we'll see if I can like make some work.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. So I mean, I hopefully like my boss, your old boss, he's a pretty understanding guy.
Yeah.
So he just let me go.
Shit. Well, in other news, we will be dropping a remix with our friend Jay Face coming soon. We're actually getting our artwork soon, so stay tuned. I would like to get it out. I was gonna say that before the end of the year, but it's already. I mean, before the end of the year, before the end of the month, which is 5 more days. So catch that shit in December. It's a banger. Maybe we'll surprise you guys with what song it's remixed of.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a remix, and like I said, it's with our boy Jay Face. Hopefully, we get a couple more releases out before the year ends, but it all depends on the artwork. So
yeah,
a lot of bangers coming though. A lot of shows coming. I think we should be announcing 2 soon, maybe a 3rd one. Shout out Arizona. We'll see. And then I think that's it. Yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We will be bringing you more. So, thankfully, we got these mic shit situated. I don't think we really have too much going on outside of holidays the rest of the year, right?
Yeah, it's holidays.
Are you going to the fucking techno show for my birthday? I don't remember if you said yeah or no.
You never sent the link.
I didn't?
No.
Shit, hopefully you're not sold out. Shit. Well, yeah, that one's happening.
Yeah.
So I know your cousin and Mondo are going, I think.
Yeah.
I think Malik maybe. I'll send you the link though. If you guys want to link up in Vegas, we'll be in Vegas 27th. Not playing, but I'll be out there. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Eat all that fucking food. If you guys can go and give out food, fucking do that shit too.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's make this fucking world a better place. Let's be nice and giving to others.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think we'll close it out.
Closing out.
Thank y'all for watching. Peace.